Let us start with the chapter 2 of EVS 1, Motions of the Earth. Let us first understand the term rotation. The top turns around itself. Any object that turns itself actually turns around a certain imaginary line. Let us understand the term rotation. So, this turning of an object around itself is called rotation. The imaginary line around which it rotates is called its axis of rotation. The Earth's rotation. Try this. Take a globe like the one in the picture and spin it. Note the line around which it rotates. Now take a plumb line and hold it close to the globe as shown in the picture. If you cannot get a plumb line, tie a long thread to an eraser and make it. What do you mean by plumb line? A plumb line is an instrument that is used by most of the people who are in the construction business to find the level of the wall. You will see that a plumb line and an earth axis are at an angle to each other. This proves that the earth axis is inclined, which means slanted. The earth rotates with its axis inclined. The point N and S are called the poles of the earth. N is the north pole and S is the south pole. Equator. If a circle were drawn along the surface of the earth exactly in between the north and the south poles, it would divide the earth into two equal parts. This imaginary circle is called an equator. The two equal parts it makes of the earth are called the northern hemisphere and the southern hemisphere respectively. Try this. Stand a candle in the middle of large table. Draw a big circle around the candle. Place a globe at any point on this circle. Light the candle. See that it is dark in the room. Suppose that the candle is the sun. Observe which part of the globe gets the sunlight and which does not. Sunset and sunrise. Stick a red bindi on the globe. Note when it is sunrise, noon and sunset at the location of the bindi. At the location of the bindi, sunlight is there, so that part enjoys the day. Now, because of earth rotation, bindi rotates and goes into darkness, and those places enjoy night time. Now let us understand what is a year. The period of time the earth takes to complete one revolution around the sun is called a year. There are about 365 days and 6 hours in a year. The moon revolves around the earth. The earth revolves around the sun. However, these two orbits intersect. Hence, the sun, the moon, and the earth are not always along a straight line. Leap year. In the Gregorian calendar, the year is taken to have 365 days. It means that it counts 6 hours less every year. That makes 24 hours or 1 day in every 4 years. To make up for this lost 1 day, the month of February in the Gregorian calendar has an extra day every fourth year. That year is called a leap year and it has 366 instead of 365 days, and February has 29 instead of 28 days. The moon has no light of its own. We can see the moon because of sun's light that falls on it. We see half of the moon's surface which faces the earth. That is, from the earth we see only one side of the moon. On a full moon night, we see the entire side of the moon that faces the earth. On a new moon night, we cannot see any of it. In this slide, we can see phases of the moon from new moon day to full moon day. From the full moon to the new moon, the illuminated part of the moon gives from the earth becomes smaller and smaller. From new moon to full moon, it again grows bigger and bigger. These different shapes of the moon that we see are called phases of the moon. Every day of the lunar month is called Tithi. Always remember, the rotation of the earth gives rise to day and night. The revolution of the earth and the inclination of its axis give rise to cycle of season. Thank you. Have a nice day. We will meet soon in the next period.